Mohammed Osman, BBC News, Port Sudan.
And with me now to talk more about this is Quscondy Abdulshafi. He's a Senior Regional Advisor for Africa at Freedom House. Very good to have you with us. Thanks for joining me. So today it's a bit of a grim milestone, really. The conflict in Sudan entering its second year, the world's largest displaced population, hunger, reports of ethnic violence, sexual violence, diseases spreading. How would you characterise this situation?
I think a month ago I was here and I told that the situation in Sudan is dire, and now I would say that the situation in Sudan is, ticking time bomb of, humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in real time. And this comes through the different strengths. There is no state institutions. The humanitarian access to humanitarian aid represents a political token to the violent actors, and using that as a tool to really suppress and create more suffering to the humanitarian, to the civilians in the country. And yes, it is a milestone to have resources, because it was Sudan aid was severely underfunded. But the question is not only that having money, but also a conversation of how to actually give food to the people, and what tools and mechanism could be put in place to be able to reach the aid to those who are needing.
That's a really important point, isn't it? Because we saw today in Paris that pledge of around 2 billion euros. Firstly, do you feel confident that those pledges will be fulfilled? But then also, as you just mentioned, it's not just about having the aid, is it? It's about trying to get it in. And there's been some real restrictions there as well.
Yes, I think the key question, the milestone, is finding ways. And because the situation, it is very much fast unfolding. There's a rainy season coming. The famine is real now. It is not, a perspective of happening. It is already happening. People are dying with the hunger and hunger-related diseases. The rainy season is coming. With it comes a lot of other epidemics, cholera, malaria, and other diseases. And I think the aid now, though it is late, but the biggest question is how to, even the limited that are being initiated to access, there is a lot of hurdle from the government side using the de facto power to really hinder the humanitarian access. In the other side, the RSF, which is basically masters of looting and pillage, they are in the other side creating a lot of hindrance and suffering to the people, making access to aid to real people very difficult in both ways. So I think the key question is, yes, there is money now to buy aid. Then how that could happen, that question have to answer to be able to have a decentralized humanitarian negotiation, to be able to at least find ways, safe routes, and also closely monitors the actors that are hindering or targeting the humanitarian access through different routes that are negotiated.
And I want to ask a little bit more about that in terms of accountability. There are these reports of sexual violence, ethnic violence. Is it possible to collect that violence, to have the thought of accountability? And also, do Sudanese people, even in this desperate situation, feel they have any hope left?
Yes, and the good thing is, I would say, despite this crisis, in the middle of this very dark situation, the Sudanese civil society, the Sudanese young people really represent, a beacon of light that, flickers and continue to flicker through the resilience, working on the aid, and really revitalizing the hope for peace and democracy, and still kind of working. And these are the groups that, us as the Freedom House and other actors are closely working with to be able to keep that hopes alive, not only for democracy and peace, but also hope for accountability and justice for crimes committed and crimes that are still ongoing.
Well, we could talk for much longer about this issue, but thank you so much, Quscondy Abdulshafi, for coming in on this anniversary and speaking to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for